What's up, everybody? It's Berto with Gilded Images, back with another video. This one I'm going to be talking about how I quit my job and pursued photography full time. So as far as like my story, like as you guys know, I bought a camera 5 years ago, and I bought it for the purpose of just taking family pictures and then print them out, put them in a photo album. I never anticipated that it would become a hobby that paid my bills. My transition from quitting my job happened the beginning of this year. I graduated school, and then I was working full time for Sherwin-Williams. I was an assistant manager of a store here in Charlotte, and I had worked for the company already for about a year and a half, and I moved up fairly quick. I started in November 2018 and as a part-timer, and then summer of 2019 I did an internship with the company as well, more on the business, like on the like a business development side. And then after that, my internship was coming to an end, and I didn't really have anything lined up. And keep in mind, like, it was my senior year of school, or my last semester of school, and I didn't have a job lined up for when my internship was over. I didn't really have a plan. I had totaled my car. I was really at a low point, and I put in for the management position with the company, and I ended up getting it. I couldn't start that position until I graduated, but in the meantime, I was working full time as just like a regular employee. And I was working full time, 40 hours a week. I was a full time student doing photography on the side, and just trying to balance life, academics, and work. Graduation came, finished school. 2 weeks later, I was starting my training to be a manager for a store. But things changed for me in March, I believe. So because of COVID, obviously things were closed. I started doing more research of like how I could level up my photography. What made that change for me was lighting. And I used new lights for one shoot, and then from there things just skyrocketed. I got to the point where I did 35 grad shoots for the spring 2020 semester, and that was all trying to balance. Like, meanwhile I'm working 45 hours a week plus 7 hours commuting round trip during the week, and it was tough, and I just wasn't too happy. On the weekends, whenever I would shoot, like, that was kind of like my escape, because the 9 to 5 life kind of gets daunting at some point, like early mornings, late nights, and just working for hours doing the same thing. And as far as like personal gains, you gain nothing. You just get that paycheck every 2 weeks, but you're not making any kind of like personal gains. So, trying to balance the photography stuff, I realized I was getting busier. About April, I was super unhappy with my job, and I wanted to pursue photography because I was just so busy. I was like, if I could just push my brand a little bit more, I'll be busy enough to where I can pay my bills. Like, there were some weekends I was making just as much as my bi-weekly paycheck with the company. I was making about $1,300 every 2 weeks with the company, but I had like 2 weekends where I made $1,200 both weekends. I was just like, I could be working 3 days out the week and make the same amount of money. And that day I decided to, I'm gonna pursue photography full time. It may be a pay cut, but I think I'll be happier. And then eventually I did that. But there was like a transition period between April and August when I actually quit. I rebranded. I was thinking about ways, how can I expand my business? How can I grow? Like, what equipment do I need? And obviously, like, 2 months, I was putting money aside, saving my money enough to where, like, if I quit, I would be good for a few months. Meanwhile, like, I'm kind of growing my company. And, like, I bought video equipment. I bought a drone. My camera stayed the same, but, I bought some lights just because I know lighting was what drove my growth as far as, like, a photography business. And August 4th was my last day of working a 9 to 5. And from April to August, I was just buying equipment. I was doing my research, trying to figure out how I can expand, like what clients do I need to reach out to. And Come August, it was my last day, and then I kind of realized the next day, I was like, I got to get to work. So what I started doing was I wanted to do real estate photography, and I started reaching out to realtors and, you know, offering free services just to build my portfolio for real estate. And then so that's kind of like what I do during the week. It's hard work trying to find new clients. So far I've only got like 3 realtors that kind of like give me work every now and then, plus like my other stuff. So like for September, October, I'm not gonna lie, it was like really slow as far as photography, but you know, things started picking up like I knew they would. COVID doesn't help at all. Things are picking up here for October, November, December. Just between November and December, I think I'm at 30 shoots now, and you know, I've over the past few months, like I've made enough money to pay my bills. Not so much for like leisure time, but I mean, I know that's just the growing pains of like doing your own business, but I will say I am a lot happier. I am a lot happier not spending 52 hours of my week, you know, working my butt off for someone else when I reap no benefits. Instead, I'd rather work, you know, less hours, or I mean, I could work more or less, whatever I want, because I am my own boss. You know, I'm not working as much. I'm a lot more relaxed. And just overall, like if you have a side business, like try to grow that as much as possible, and then eventually quit your job. Because like the 9-to-5 life, like some people love it, some people don't. I'm one of the people that I don't like feeling like I'm trapped. I don't feel like I'm not doing anything. Like I'd rather struggle and try to figure it out on my own and work for myself than work for a company and just, you know, not make any kind of personal gains working 52 hours a week. You know, I'm taking a real estate course coming up, getting pre-licensed, and then doing the post-licensing and everything. You know, I'm gonna dip into real estate, do my own photography, my own videography. I have a very entrepreneurial mindset already, so I think things are gonna go well. Like I'm gonna make sure that I don't ever have to work a 9-to-5 ever again. So the purpose of this video was to, you know, if there is someone out there that does have a side business or has an idea that they want to put in place, like this is definitely a video for you. Like I want to push you to make sure you get that done, like make it happen. For those that feel stuck with the 9-to-5, like try to get out, come up with a plan, be very strategic with your plan. If you don't have the drive to get up in the morning and, you know, hit the ground running and start looking for new business or try to like see how you can grow that business, I don't recommend you quitting your job just yet until you find that motivation to. You know, I'm super open to having a conversation. Like if you want to shoot me a DM or email me, it's all on my website. My Instagram is gilded_images. Email is gildedimagesclt@gmail.com. I'm gonna put all that in the description, but feel free to contact me. I love having these conversations. So again, to my followers, be safe, be good, wear your mask. COVID's out here still hitting that second wave, but everyone be safe. Stay tuned for the next video.